At Durango, Colorado, 10 coaches of the Denver and Rio Grande's Silverton stand on the last 50 miles of narrow gauge track in the United States. The railroad depot is jammed with hundreds of travelers from all over the world, not to seek uranium or silver or gold, but just to buy the ticket that will carry them into yesterday. A busy agent faces a growing crowd, and the 400 seats are soon sold out, a daily occurrence. The train is jammed to its eaves, yet more and more climb aboard. An 8-foot-long ticket holds up loading for a moment as the conductor searches for the right coupon. It's only outdated by 87 years, but it's surely good for one more ride. We start the last leg of our journey, leaving behind some disappointed travelers, but tomorrow is another day for them. Today is yesterday for us. Leaving Durango in the morning sunlight, the little engine seems eager for the job, climbing the almost 3-mile peaks of the mountain range ahead. First comes breakfast aboard the Silverton, and every car is a diner. The friendly conductor and his brakeman act as co-hosts. The service is speedy and unique. Railroad coffee and donuts for old and young. Underway with the locomotive puffing along, the roadbed is hidden by undergrowth and trees. Each road crossing finds groups of people who couldn't get aboard but cheer us onward. Approaching the canyon of the Las Animas River, River of Lost Souls, the rails cling to the side of a rocky cliff with a sheer drop to the river beneath. Inside the train, everyone rushes to the window for a better view, but some couples find time for romance and books. Air conditioning on the Silverton is automatic, for every window and door is left wide open, and the nostalgic and pleasant aroma that can only come from a coal-burning steam engine adds pleasure. Even the bare necessities of life get an assist from the conductor. Deeper and deeper and higher, with a rock and roll beat, we chug into the high country. The surrounding peaks soar to over 14,000 feet. Within the locomotive cab, the fireman works constantly, as coal must be shoveled by hand into the roaring firebox. Each shovelful gives forth a belch of black smoke, a tribute to a tireless coal heaver. Steam must be kept high, for the climb is ever upward. Second only to its appetite is the ravenous thirst of the little engine, and it is thus that we approach a stop, one that has completely vanished from American railroading, the water stop. For almost a century, these water tanks were landmarks across the United States. The fireman reaches the water tender and lowers the spout. Mountain water pours in and spills over. More and more coal is shoveled into the firebox, and we climb our last few miles through the mountains, for yesterday is just around the next bend. We enter a setting of fantastic beauty. Silverton, Colorado, an unspoiled jewel in its fantastic setting, linked to the present by the last of the narrow gauge rails. train halts, the 400 passengers eagerly climb out. This is the yesterday that they have sought. Peaks that surround Silverton, untold wealth lies hidden. The mines that once produced gold, silver, and lead are deserted, but the ore is still buried deep, awaiting a newer day. As day's end draws near, the tiny locomotive with its string of coaches moves slowly out of Silverton along those magic rails that carried us back to yesterday, each coach filled with passengers and memories of the past. The lonely echo of the locomotive whistle is carried back through the canyons, a deep-throated promise to return on another tomorrow.